morning. It's morning here today. Beautiful day today, a little bit cooler, thank goodness, which is really nice in our Aussie summer. We've had some very hot days, very humid days, which is really unusual. Anyway, onto it. So I finished this last video. The phone cut out, so I was going to add a little bit on, but I decided I would just leave it. We made this little swinging tag here, which I really love. And then I put this photo in here, and I promised a little funny story. Well, it's not really that funny. It's just something that's a bit out of the ordinary. When my kids were little, we lived on 10 acres, and we had no actual power connected to the property. So we lived with a generator, and we ran the generator at night. And most of the time we didn't have it on during the day unless we needed to. So I'd put it on to do washing and things like that. But our fridge was a chest freezer, which is a small chest freezer that would get cold at night whenever the generator was running, and then it would stay cool enough to use as a fridge. So we used this little freezer as a fridge, and I was cleaning it out, and for some reason, which has totally escapes my memory, my kids are in it and playing in there. So did get disinfected after the kids were in there for the food, but yeah, that's why my kids are in a chest freezer. And I just stuck this one straight in here on this card, and I left the top open as a pocket. And I've put this tag in here. This is a tag. I've made up quite a few goodies for this book. It's just pieces of scrapbooking paper cut out and attached onto a piece of card, and I run a ribbon under here and through the hole that I've punched in the top and up there, and I quite like that idea. I think that's pretty cute. I'll have to make one in my next video. I am going away for a week and I need to get organised today, so I'm just doing a couple of quick videos. And my tape is not holding because the book bends, so I'm going to add a dab of glue on top of the tape. And I thought this would be a hassle to actually put in the pocket because it's got, some lumps and bumps. But as long as I hold the page up here so there's a bit of give in the pocket, it goes straight in quite nicely. And it's a perfect size to have the little bit of ribbon sticking out the top as a little tag. So I thought that was really cute. So I'm just going to let this pull itself back up again. And of course it doesn't want to do what you want it to do. And I'm just going to dab a bit of glue on top of the tape so the glue's not touching the photo, even though it might come right off. Oh, there you go, look at that. Well, that sticky's not working very well, is it? So I'm just going to dab a bit of glue on top of my tape like that, and that will stick to the card and keep it in place. So that tape is not working very well in this warmer weather, is it? So I'll have to make sure I put glue on top wherever I use the tape, but the tape's in between. The tape is acid free. As long as I keep the tape in between the glue and the card photo, it shouldn't touch the photo. Let me see, this one was stuck with the same tape, I think. Yeah, I might have to go through and put some glue on all of those. That's okay, I'll do that off camera. You don't need to see me do that. So the next page, I was just thinking, this photo here is this is a normal 4x6 photo, which in centimetres is 10 centimetres by 15 centimetres. Fits just perfectly on this page. So I'm just going to stick that literally just straight on the page there like that. So we'll do that straight away. So I'm just, whoops, all my photos falling out where I've put them. Just put that in there for the time being. So again, I'm going to use some tape on here. And I'll put some glue on the top, so it seems to be sticking to the actual photo just fine. And I'm really just doing a couple of quick little things and a couple of quick little videos that I can put up while I'm away. I'd really like, if you're watching my videos, to please let me know what you want to see. And all these little things that I'm making, tags and things, I will do videos of in the future, so you can see how I make things. But I probably never ever make the same thing twice, or if I do, it's the same but different, if that makes sense. It'll be very similar, but always have a difference. I don't usually make things exactly the same very often. So I just put a little bit of glue on there. That'll keep it holding in place. A bit disappointed with that tape because that should have been really good tape. But maybe it's this hot weather we're having. It's just not very sticky. So we'll just put this one straight in here. And I'm not going to do video of every single page of this book because I don't want some of the photos on video, and you don't want to see me do simple things like just put a photo in a page like that. But on this side I was trying to think what to do, and I thought I'll put a journal spot in here. So I was going through my little stash of goodies and I found this one, and I really like this. I made this the other night just on a whim, and it's just a piece of scrapbook paper, so I'm pretty sure that that's 12 inches long, which is pretty, or it's almost 12, it's a little bit been trimmed off, but pretty much the length of a piece of scrapbook paper. And it's just been cut into strips and folded up to make a journaling spot. A couple of little pieces of sayings out of some scrapbook paper, and these lines have just been done with a stamp, and I do them roughly on purpose because I don't want them to look perfect. So I just ink the stamp up really roughly and just stick it on there really quickly. And then there's also a bit of stenciling in the background as well. So I'll write a little story on there, and then this one's just going to be stuck on the page here on the back of it, so that you can open it up, read your little story, and then close it up. And that's that page done. So that's all I'm doing on this video as far as the pages. I just thought I'd show you a couple of other things I've made that may or may not go in this book. Some journal cards. So these are just pieces of scrap card. All the scraps that I have left just stuck onto some scrap paper. Oh, that's actually a book page. Stuck onto a book page. When you do it in strips like this, so you have lots of little strips, your paper is quite bendy because they're all going the same direction and they're just skinny. So what I will do is I'll actually do some sewing on these and this one as well to unify it all, and it'll also strengthen it a bit. Not that it's a huge deal because I don't think it's not, they're all glued, so it's not going to really come apart. But the sewing just adds a bit of interest, and I really like them. So they're just all the scraps that have been cut off the cards that I've used in the actual book. And then this one is journal card stuck onto a book page, and I'll put some plain paper over the back of that so I can journal on it. And the front is just glued on strips, scraps, book page, and bits of other blank bits of book pages, little piece of paper there. Need to put some decoration on that, but I haven't decided what I'm doing on that one yet. And this one I thought I'd show you today, which I love. And again, it's just all the scraps from the papers that I've been using to make all the bits and pieces in there, and just glued on in strip on some, this is receipt roll paper, just glued on, a couple of random pieces put on there and a couple of stamps put on there. And then I'm going to do some sewing on that one as well, so I'll do that on a separate video and show you what I'm doing now. I haven't done any video sewing, so I have to set it up and see how it looks on camera. So that's it. That's a quick one for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd love for you to like and subscribe and come along and learn some crafting. And have a wonderful day. Bye.